Let's get good. I am the gamer under development, and this is Endless Space 2 Awakening. We are playing as the lost worshipping Nakalim, and the Empire is apparently asking us to join an alliance, except for not really. Okay, we're going to minimize that real quick, guys. In this episode, there are a couple of things I've been asked to look at, so we're going to start out by doing that real quick. First of all, we're going to go into Karana and take a look at the Temple of the Lost. The tooltip has now added, or had added, plus 10 influence per population on planet, and the FIDS reduction is only 50% now. That's actually kind of surprising to me, because I never had a problem with the 100% FIDS reduction. But I'm okay with that. It's fine. They can change that. I'm good with that. The plus 10 influence per pop on planet is a nice change. And I wonder if that's actually a change or if that's just their way of showing the actual growth effect. Because it used to say that it increased the rate at which your influence grew. I wonder if that is just meant to be the actual representation of that so that we can kind of quantify it a little bit better. That seems like what it probably is. The other thing I was asked to look at that we're going to go into real quick is the Sur'Masala, the minor faction that were added with the DLC. So we're going to go ahead and look at the description for them real quick. Actually, I think we already read the description. We did. So instead, we're going to go ahead and just look at what they output. So they generate 2 production on fertiles. They also generate 1 dust. At 10 population, they produce even more religious output. They start with religious output as well. At 20, they produce plus 10 dust on systems with Sur'Masala in it. If I had to guess, that would... Well, I mean, it does say system, so I guess it's just a flat system bonus. So if you send a Sur'Masala over to different systems, it can add that, which is really nice. At 50, they unlock a very, very cool law called Planet Pay Dirt. And I have to double check my notes here, but yeah. Okay, so the Planet Pay Dirt law has no upkeep, and what it does is it generates an additional 30% dust on systems with unique planets. So in our case, right now, that would mean plus 30% dust on Kamos, Hath, and Bonnie? No, wait, Karana. There we go, Karana, Hath, and Kamos. That would be a huge increase for us if we manage to get that, so we're actually going to go ahead and boost that population's growth. Use up the red saying, don't mind at all. The hope being that we can get enough of them. It's going to take probably forever for us to actually get to the point where, like, we get 50 Sur'Masala, but if we do, it'll be rewarding. I do want to take a second to tell you guys what their assimilation traits are that you can gain if you're sort of playing as a different faction and you go to assimilate them. They have an assimilation trait of Academy Ally, which provides plus 10% to your contributions to the Academy during those requests. The other trait they have is Endless Weapons, which gives them plus 20% weapon module damage on ships that are lent to you by the Academy. So if you assimilate them, they help you by, like, if you use the Academy fleets or the Academy flagships, which is a really cool boost. Okay, I'm gonna click done there, and then we had everything sort of set. We're trying to upgrade our systems to level 3 to complete our faction quest, and we are also going to be sending our combat fleet around to destroy the Vidyani rebel fleets. So let's do that. Oh, we do have a hacking operation left, though. Okay, so we had one running from Kuyos to Estre. Let's run another one from Hath to Olvadi to Dill. Once again, we're basically using our hacking here just to control the ability to select what our next hero is going to be. That is something that is actually really, really useful. Right now, it's looking like we're already set for an Overseer, so we don't necessarily need to do that as much anymore. Maybe we'll use it this time to hack contributions. What is the current contribution state? Okay, we are still currently the dust person, but next turn there's going to be a new request from the Academy. So let's go ahead and do that. We do want to be primarily religious. Being primarily pacifist allows us to force peace. I'm not sure that we wanted to stick with that, though, because I think that we were a little bit... I mean, it's tough, because if you stay religious, then you can do invasion actions and stuff like that without having to specifically declare war. But if we stay pacifist, we gain the ability to force peace using influence, which is also very, very useful, especially since we want to do pacific conversion. So maybe we will just stay pacifist. I think that's okay. I think we're going to stay pacifist. That way we also don't have to dedicate any dust to this. We can just let the chips fall where they may. Which is all good. Yeah, look at that. We are getting pretty much the outcome we expected, which is going to be primary pacifist, secondary religious, which is great. I did have some people in the comments saying that we should just be pumping out fleets and sort of dominating right now, and we could absolutely do that, but there's also no point in forcing that. I really want to explore the faction quest of the Nakalim a little bit more, and also sort of show their sort of designed playstyle, because like every faction has a playstyle they're kind of designed to use, but you're allowed to play them any way you want, and that's the player agency part of it. So I'm just showing off what they're kind of designed for. Raise the total amount of science produced per turn in the galaxy to 16,218. We are probably not going to win that one, but we can try. The Academy's needs evolve, and I have further requests to make of you. To continue its development, research, and special projects, the Academy requires dust. Okay, so if we go in here, we could give them a whole bunch of dust. What I'm more interested in doing here, I'm not going to give them anything. I'm not going to give them anything right now, and there's a reason for that. I want to kind of wait here. I will reorganize these, though. We haven't done the Librarian. Let's do the Librarian. That could be interesting. And we'll put Spear of Isyander second, so that if we end up with something else, we get some extra ships, which is nice. So we're going to do that. I'm not going to contribute anything, though, and the reason I'm not going to contribute anything is because I want to try just using our hacks to increase our contribution. Colin Fett has gained a level. Colin Fett is currently assigned as a governor, but I believe is a seeker hero meant to lead a fleet. That is correct. So we're going to go ahead and look for some good fleet skills for Colin Fett. Damage right here, always going to be useful. This is also potentially... No, that's a system effect. Okay, so we're going to go with this. We're going to put our point into an increase in damage. We could also go for an increase in health by burning some extra relics, but I want to be sure that we're good on science for a minute first. Let's go see where we're at with that. Oh yeah, we're generating a lot of science. We're getting 450 from relics. We're actually getting more science almost from our system science production. So at that point, I think we're okay to maybe spend a few more relics on heroes. The problem is that I don't think that Callan can be reassigned anytime soon. Oh, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. The question is then, do we have a fleet to put Callan in front of? And the answer there is no. We're working on a cheap heat fleet right now. So until we get that next cheap heat fleet out, there's no reason to pull him off the system, which means there's no reason to give him the relic, unless we want to boost the influence gains by giving him the first relic, which is definitely an option. So let's do that. We're going to go in and give him 2 relics here. That'll give him access to the plus 5% influence per relic on system. When it says on system, it means on hero in this case. Well, I mean, it means that it provides the 5% influence to the system per the relics on the hero, which in this case is 2. So that should provide a 10% increase to the influence generated from his system. Awesome there. Nakalim population has grown everywhere. That's great. National Museum has finished on Karana along with an industrial zone, and now we're working on that moon base alpha, which should actually provide us with a lot of additional science and dust, so that's awesome. Good for you, you are leveled, that's great. Behemoth Generators has finished. I believe that puts us in line for our second Behemoth, but I'm not 100% sure. We should go check that. And if it does, I believe we were looking at potentially doing another Science Behemoth, but I think the purpose was for us to move towards this tech right here. So we need to build a Science Behemoth and put it over a system that will generate stuff for the Science and Exploration branch. And I know we looked at this last episode, guys, but I totally spaced it. For that to work, it's going to be black holes and neutron stars. Okay, so I believe we found one nearby. That's a black hole. I thought there was a neutron star potentially closer, though. I could be wrong here. Solar nebulae. That is a neutron star right there. Can we stack 2 Science Behemoths on the same neutron star? Is that an option? We are gonna find out, because if that is, that'll be awesome. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back in and edit our Science Behemoth again. Gonna give it a... Yeah, that's what we have to do, because we want it to be able to move. So we're gonna give it a couple of movement speed boosters here. And we're going to go ahead and take those and use those to get it into position, and then we'll upgrade it again. 5 turns to put that out? Why is it 5 turns? Oh, it's because I put all the gear and stuff on it already. Let's try this instead. Whoops. Let's try going in there and pulling everything off of it but the boosters, because at this point I would much rather use dust to just go ahead and put all that stuff back on it later once it's out. I'm going to go ahead and put our Science Behemoth out. Only going to save us 1 turn doing that. That's unfortunate. What we may do here, just because I'm impatient, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do this because I'm impatient and because we can. We're going to sell like 39 of these Hyperium here, get us a little bit of extra money. Probably sell some titanium just to make sure we have a little breathing room on our dust as well. And we should actually look at the marketplace for heroes as well. What do we have as options for heroes? There is an Overseer here who is a Technologist Overseer for 3.1k. Not exactly the best Overseer we could get. Does provide some additional science within their faction tree, so maybe not terrible either. Let's go ahead and pick that character up. We're going to do it. We're going to buy that character, and that leaves us with 12k, which should still be enough to insta-rush our Behemoth. It is. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's go ahead and look at our systems and see where we want to put that hero. Placing them on Karana seems like a brilliant idea since Karana is really unhappy right now. Look at that. It brought our happiness up to ecstatic just having the hero there. That's phenomenal. No points to spend on this hero, but we will go ahead and essentially give him some relics. The nice thing about giving your heroes relics like that is if we need to, we can always go back and pull those off. If you ever run into a situation where you need to rush science, you can go back into your heroes and withdraw those relics. Okay. Maximized exploitation, AI labor. At least I believe you can. Maybe you can't. I think that I've done it, but I can't say for sure. Let's go see. Let's go double check that. Oh, no, you can't. The skill is currently on cooldown. You can unassign it on the next turn. Okay, so yeah, you can. You can do it a turn later, which is fine. The point there is that if you need to, you can always go ahead and do that. And we've discovered more relics, so we're not really worried about it. We are relic hunting like crazy right now. Do we want to invade this thing? Where are they at? If we invade now, we basically wipe them out. However, we also were considering taking this fleet, and instead of using them over here, we were gonna take them up and go ahead and fight. Who were we? I know. Oh yeah, that's right. The Vodyani fleets. I will remember, guys. It sometimes takes me a second. It's been a busy, busy morning today. Oh, I really want to assist these guys and get bountiful filtration. I really, really want that, but we're gonna end up even more over our pop cap, which I believe is what we're working on, is unlocking a higher pop cap at this point. So we'll wait. We'll wait for a moment. It would be really nice to grab them, but the happiness hit is not worth it. In the meantime, though, we are going to take this fleet and try to send them somewhere to intercept a Vodyani rebel fleet, so I'm probably going to send them right there. It's going to take us 2 turns to get there. That's okay. We have a ton of movement on this fleet. Absolutely ton of movement. Got this Relic Hunter over here, and we're going to send them down to Nako's here to try to grab that other relic, which is fine. And after that, I think everybody's just moving. Hey, look at that. Battle at Rand's. That is not what I thought it was. Where is Rand's? Rand's is right here. Why y'all gotta come after our Relic Hunter? Our Relic Hunter did nothing to you. They don't have a ton of damage, though, so what I might do here... What is their range profile like? They're terrible at long range. This is gonna be tough, right? Because if we retreat, this ship is gonna explode anyway. So I'm gonna turn Watch off here, and I think we'll just see what happens. See if it can maybe survive. Nah, it didn't, but that's okay. I mean, realistically, if we had ran, it would have blown up too, so there was nothing lost right there. And we have one more ship up here that is another Relic Hunter that should be on its way here. Here we go. Go get it. Oh, you got intercepted there by the Sophons. Sophons, why you gotta block us like that? Oh wow, look at that, the UE. The UE being brave, they're like, we're just gonna take this system right in the middle of Sophon space because we don't care what the Sophons think. Gonna end our turn again here. This should actually be the turn that we get all of our level 3 system upgrades, so potentially complete that quest. Come on. Traces of the photobomber's activities are numerous. Okay, so this is the photobomber event. If you guys haven't read it, basically this guy is a galaxy troll that everybody wants to catch. Our goal is to intercept him. I'm not gonna read the entire quest line for that one, because I've read it before on other playthroughs. Well, we'll just read it. We'll just read it. It's fine. It requires a great deal of structure and order to build ships and execute business across the galaxy, and all of that while handling the affairs of billions of citizens. Precision and control are paramount. Without them, things could crumble into chaos, a terrifying thought. However, there is an agent of chaos loose in the galaxy, a strange being from a little-known species known only as the Photobomber. His pranks, thefts, and intrusions are destabilizing financial institutions and police forces on many systems. Every time the law comes close, the photobomber slips away to appear somewhere else in a new disguise, peddling new tricks and stealing new treats. I love the writing for this. It is time to put an end to this. It is time to impose a bit of order on the photobomber's worrying activities. The governments of the galaxy have pooled their forces to bring him to justice. Whoever manages to pinpoint this slippery character will get the best of the donated rewards. Track him down. So if we basically investigate the marked curiosities and get the most of them, we will gain access to Cleaver, which is a unique beam weapon. We'll get 75 Hyperium and 100 Eden Incense. Every time I try to do this quest, I manage to fail it. Like, we never actually get there enough. And I think that part of the reason why is because it does require, like, actual scanning and stuff. You need probes to do this. And most of the time when I'm scouting, I just scout with guys that are pure engines like this. So I can try to go for this. We will try to go for this. But I'm not going to hold my breath on actually getting it. For the time being, though, we actually have a ship with probes that is close enough to try. So we'll go for that. Your system, Karana, has been hacked. That's annoying. That is very annoying, because Karana is our home system. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to Karana here, and it's time to start installing some defenses. Now, based upon the location of Karana, we should be able to stack our defenses right here on Kamos. For those of you who don't understand the hacking system very well, what you want to do with your defensive programs is you don't want to place them on the system you're trying to protect. You want to place them on the system that is in the way of the system you're trying to protect. So considering that we don't have any enemies sort of over in this area, and the likelihood of somebody hacking us from like here to here is slim to none because that's such a long distance, and the only real access point they have is Kamos, we just want to put our defensive programs on Kamos so that hopefully we will get an early trace here before they reach Karana. And I should have done that turns ago, but we've done it now, so that's something. You've read the reports, and it looks like luxury resource generation across all your systems is exceeding expectations this year. You can already anticipate the response from your advisors, though. The industrialists will advise you to quietly shore up the Empire's economy with the extra goods, while the religious contingent will want you to make a big show of thanking the gods for a bountiful harvest. So we can go industrial here and get 2 additional resource generation on strategic resource deposits, or we can go celebrate and get minus 10% on system development cost. That is actually not a terrible one for us right now. I think we'll do that. It helps our religious, but it also is just not a terrible thing for us to take at the moment. Karana, yeah, we already dealt with that. We already looked at the photobomber quest. Lots of levels on our heroes. Our brand new hero just got 2 level ups in 1 turn, which is great. We're going to put both of those in optimal operations expert to get that additional production there. Sounds good. And then we're going to start looking at our other heroes here. Got a level on Abianord, I think is his name. And we're going to go ahead and put that into food generation because none of these other skills seem really great. So there we go with him. Arinin Terrella. I don't know how to pronounce the rest of his name. We're going to go for influence with this guy, mainly because we could go for happiness, but once again, he has the joy initiative, so it will eventually become useless. And then there's this additional science that we don't particularly need right now, and we're working on expanding our influence so that we can sort of wrap other factions up in it and begin to convert them to the academy. Oh, I just lost that hero's level up, whichever one that was. Let's go see. Whoever it was, they're gonna... Yeah, there we go. It was Moria Koopas. Okay, so Moria Koopas will now have another level. We're probably going to put that right here in damage. That makes the most sense, because he doesn't have any other movement abilities. He does have a probe ability here, but damage is going to be a lot more effective. Ooh. Stand corrected. We are going to put that into Holy Cause. That'll give our fleet plus 5% evasion, plus 5% damage, plus 5% health, and plus 5% shield capacity. So basically, all the things, guys. All the things. I'm considering moving him up to this second level of Relic to give additional fleet health, but I feel like we should probably wait until we've collected a few more relics before we just dive into that. Was there any other hero that had a level up? No, it was showing us this guy twice, that's why we had another notification. Okay. Nakalim population growing everywhere. Scientific Behemoth is constructed, Moonbase Alpha's in queue. Level 3 modernization finished on 3 systems, which should give us a completion on this quest. Not this quest. Which quest is it? This one. Oh, it's 4. It's 4, so we need one more system. That's right, we ran out of luxury resources. So let's go ahead and take a look at our systems and see which one we want to potentially bump up to level 3. That would be Karana at this point without any doubt. And we are missing Super Spuds and Eden Incense for that. And we need 68 of them. So let's go look at where we're at with that. Super Spuds we have 34, and Eden Incense we have 39. Okay, so we're going to need another 34 Super Spuds. Let's see how much we can get those for. Oh yeah, we got that easy. And then for this, instead of 34, since we have 39, we're going to need 29 more. I want to say 29 more. My math may be wrong there. I guess we'll find out in a second. Let's see where Eden... Oh, wow. They don't even have 29 available, and Eden Incense is a lot more expensive. We'll buy 12 of them. That gets us close, but we're not going to be able to finish that out just yet. And what's crazy is that we took that event that's supposed to lower those as well. So imagine if we had not taken that. That would be so much worse. Okay. Faction Quest is about converting stuff into Temperates, which we're working on in a couple different systems already. Did get a new relic this turn, which is awesome. Do have our Behemoth to move. We're going to go ahead and move that Behemoth right over here. And that will be the Scientific 6 one. We're going to then go in, change the design to what we actually want. Because this is our second Behemoth in this system, we don't necessarily need to go ahead and put as many defensive measures on it. But I do want to put some armor on it just to be safe. We'll just go full bore. We'll just go full bore, put some more lasers on it to be safe, and go ahead and apply that design, see how much that's going to cost us to upgrade to. That's nothing. Done. All set. We should honestly see, yeah, if we upgrade this one, it'll also increase probably its weapons, if I had to guess, or maybe its armors. Let's see. So it won't increase those. New weapons and armor, potentially. Basic reactive plating, basic reactive plating, basic uniform shielding, basic uniform shielding. Is it the weapon, then? Basic phased beam. No. Did I do something wrong with the modules? What is different about this ship? Basic, stellar study node, basic. Yeah, there's nothing different, but for some reason I can do this upgrade. Does this one still have a movement module on it? Interesting. Well, we're gonna do it. I don't know why this one has 5 movement. That is a very interesting thing. Okay, so we may have just found something that's going on that's a little bit not right with the patch preview, but that's totally fine. Minus 12% science and exploration costs and plus 480 science. So that's a big, big boost right there. The minus 12 going to make a big difference in getting over to this thing. However, I think we were actually trying to get more into Empire development so that we could get the additional systems. So if we're doing that, then we need to look at what actually produces Empire development stuff. And if we go over here and check that out, Empire development technologies are under nebular clouds and rejuvenation fields. So we do know that there's a nebular cloud right here. There are no rejuvenation fields that are nearby us necessarily. So we could send it up to that nebular cloud. In fact, maybe we will do that, but we don't have to do it right this second. And I'm actually kind of okay with waiting and trying to get this first. So we'll do that. We can raise our expansion disapproval limit fast enough anyway, potentially. It all just depends on how much science we need. So we'll... Oh, hello. You're a rebel Vidyani fleet, and we are a lot of missiles. We don't need to watch this. There's 2 ships. We don't need to watch this. It's going to be over very quickly. Yeah, they're done. Okay, more battles. Yes, please keep attacking us. Please do. We like when you attack us, rebel Vidyani fleets. And that was a really loud car. Sorry for that, guys. You guys done? No more rebel Vidyani fleets here. Sad times. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of have them wait, because we do know that there's another rebel Vidyani fleet here, and there's one running down the star lane here. So we should be able to kind of take them out as they go. We're working on getting to photobomber stuff over here. Yeah, that seems good. Relic Hunter, do your thing. Grab that relic. You guys are fine to wait here for a turn, and you should be grabbing a relic as well. 2 more relics coming in next turn. That should help increase our science a little bit, but we may end up just assigning that elsewhere, depending on how things pan out. They are panning out, though, guys. They are very much panning out. Hey, what do we got going here? Oh, we lost the boiler room effect, which is really sad because that was reducing the system upkeep as well as increasing happiness across our empire. So now we need to go ahead and look at our happiness. It's not terrible. We're okay. It's not as good as it could be, but it's not terrible. Jide Parcha has gained a level. Not going into happiness with her once again because she will get the Joy Initiative eventually. So for right now, we're going to get Public Relations Expert level 2. Or we could go for this, and she is on Bonnie. You know what? I'm going to go for the Mechanical Genius here on Bonnie, just in case they are one of the systems doing the terraforming, because that should increase the speed the terraforming occurs, and we can get more influence here later. Okay, so that one's done. Petrov Jutka has leveled as well, and in her case, she is an Overseer working towards Bean Counter, and she actually already has her happiness stuff. So we can go additional science here or additional deposit values. I'm going to go additional deposit values, and then I'm going to look at where we've got her stationed. Because as much as she's on Bushir, which is generating production, which is probably why we have her there. Oh, okay, there's some good deposits there for her to increase. We actually really want more Adamantian right now, so that's perfectly fine. Speaking of, we should look at what we need to build the Trade Clearinghouse. 60 and 60, we are generating 5 and 7.5 a turn, so we'll get there relatively soon. I'm actually really happy with that rate of gains on those. Bushir just produced like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ships in a turn. No big deal, just 7 ships in a turn. We just basically printed a fleet, but it's fine, guys. Nothing special about that. Okay. This planet here is a gas temperate with 2 population. Ooh, yeah. So the gas temperate has almost no population. We are going to shift our Temple of the Lost over there. Somebody mentioned that in the comments, and I asked why. Now I see why. I had hoped that when we colonized the gas temperates, they would add more population slots, but it doesn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift this back to a spin project potentially, or something else. Hot's not going to benefit much, fertile's not going to benefit much, sterile's not going to benefit much. Because of that, we'll probably go with a spin project here, unless... No. We're just going to go with a spin project here, and we'll change this one to a Temple to the Lost. I wonder what that does to our Empire relic assignment situation, because we're already assigned on all of them. Let's test that out. Let's spin project here and see if removing that temple causes us problems. Okay. That looks good. Everything's solid there. Split second ablatives is complete, so now we have our medium coordinator hull, which is great, and we have access to the Adamantian jammer. Next up, we will have our Prostation class design. That's going to be even better. Once we get both of our medium ships, we'll start building bigger fleets. And by bigger, I mean like larger ships, not larger numbers of ships. So if we were to attack here, the only fleet in system is the Academy fleet, I believe, and we don't really want to hit them, so we're just going to wait. Is that another Academy fleet there? No. Look at that. That is 3 Rebel Vodyani fleets. If we kill them, we are definitely winning that competitive quest. So I'm just going to wait for them to come in here so that we can take them out. Got some other ships moving. This guy is looking for the photobomber here. Show me what you got. Come on. Find that photobomber. Where he at? No? No photobomber there. Sad times, but we did get influence. Let's go ahead and move down here and look for him over here. This is the first time I've gotten that quest that I've actually had ships kind of all over the galaxy, so this is exciting for me. I really, really want to complete that photobomber quest. Over here on Pollux, we have another scanning ship. Not necessarily in a good place, though, because the quest is not over there. What we can do, though, is we can take that ship and go, hey, why don't you move to the nearest place where the quest is active, which is Kraz over here. That's absolutely fine. We'll send him on over to Kraz. Hopefully he can find the photobomber for us, and that'll be sweet. There's another Vodyani fleet, it looks like, coming in from Soydan, so we have another potential touch point there for that quest. Should be good overall. Ending our turn. This is exciting. We have so many quests, like, overlapping right now, and we're going to complete them all. At least we hope we are. One or more relic slots on your empire has been locked due to the loss of one of your temples of the lost. Oh, okay. Okay, so it does take the stuff out. We have learned our lesson. We apologize, game. Oh, the Cephaloros were assimilated. That's unfortunate, but whatever.
Things are going to get as ugly.
Oh, really? Really? You want to grow and we're stopping you, and that's a problem. Here's a better problem. Go Scrooge yourself. We're not going to let you out of there. Your system, Ida, has been marked as the target of a pirate contract. Well, that's super hard to deal with. Darn. It's almost as if we have a ridiculous amount of dust and the Lumeris are a joke. You lost control over the constellation Perseus. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Where's Perseus? Where is Perseus? It's this one. We lost it because they got, Wait, does Gatria count as part of Perseus? It does. It does. We need 2 more systems to be able to control Perseus, and they basically managed to get control of it because of Gatria there, so they cut into our dust a little bit, which is why they're throwing dust around to pirates trying to mess with us. It's whatever. We're not worried about it. This we're more worried about, and to make that change, all we need is for Hath to rebuild the temple, which it already did, so I guess we can just come in here and reassign that. Okay, no big deal there. But that is good to know. If you do get rid of your temples, you will pay for it. Why, hello there. You all seem quite nice, but can you get your ships out of our sphere of influence so that we can have a little more pressure? Yes, excellent. So we've reduced their pressure on us, which doesn't necessarily directly increase our pressure on them. However, we do have a pressure trend growing with the Lumeris. You need to get your outposts out of our space. That's a really not nice thing to say. Increased pressure from Amazra on good. Yeah. We'll take the increased pressure here from the press. And that'll make it so that we, as you can see from diplomatic choices, another plus 0.5. We're almost built out there. And we should be just throwing some stuff in queue, and that'll be the end of this episode. Bushir now has a full fleet, though, ready to go, so we're going to pop that out. And we're going to put AI labor in queue here. Yes, we are. Okay. Wanted to make sure that didn't take Adamantian, as we're trying to save it right now. So yeah, we'll get that out. We could technically get the Vault of Governance out if we want this to be like a hero leveling system, which could be a good choice. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll just throw these in queue until we decide to start building more military stuff. We should be able to reassign our other Seeker hero now to this fleet. Just beautiful. And I do want to take a look at his ship and make sure that he is geared up real quick before we call this episode. Make sure he has that so that he's got the same base movement. And I think we'll do... Yeah, there we go. Gives him the same base movement of the other ships. Also, though, gives him the ability to boost the fleet. Don't know why we have flak on him. Not generally a useful thing for us. Let's go with this, a swarm missile or 2. Let's put the swarm up top just because it looks cooler that way. And then put our regular missiles down here. There. He is now geared up and ready to go as a combat hero. We can send him wherever we need to cause trouble. And I think in this case, we're going to send him to cause trouble on Kuyos and shoot at the Lumeris because the Lumeris thought it was a good idea to send pirates after us. And you may say, but good, how do you know that it was the Lumeris who sent the pirates? The answer to that question is because I know. Weirdly enough, it does not seem to want to let me send that fleet anywhere. It's probably because we just popped them out this turn, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and finish putting our stuff in queue so that we can call this episode. For Hath, we're going to go with an AI labor as well as... Whoops, not all those. Interplanetary transport network we may build later, although not really, because the one system that it would... Or the one planet it would really affect is this one with Quadronix, and it's not going to affect it because we're making that our Temple to the Lost. Okay. Yeah, that's excellent. Could put a Pulvis Productions in queue. I mean, we could put a lot of stuff in queue here, but that'll be fine for right now. Excellent. Move our ships along. And come up here and tell this guy, go ahead and scan stuff down. Quest scan, go! Photobomber? No photobomber, sad times. Okay, Moria is here, and have the enemy fleets landed? They have. They have. Excellent. So let's go ahead and attack. It's crazy because they're not willing to attack us this time. Last time they were, and we were able to get basically some free fleet kills on them for that. But this time we're going to have to be the ones to issue the attack, which is fine. Alright, so I think that is probably going to be it here. Aspirant is done, he's done, he's done, and that'll be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!